everyone, and thanks for being here this evening. Tonight's Summer Programs Virtual Fair is hosted by TeenLife. I am your host, Reagan Bierman. For those of you with us this evening that are not familiar with TeenLife, we are the premier platform for teen-centered academic enrichment opportunities. We make it easy for parents, students, educators, counselors, to find the best fit programs, schools, colleges, after-school opportunities, volunteer opportunities for students 13 to 19 years old. There are so many exciting and amazing opportunities out there. Sometimes it's overwhelming where to look. Parents, students, and teachers get overwhelmed, and TeenLife, we are here to help to find that right program just for you. So tonight, guys, we have 6 unique programs from all over the place with us in this session, and they're going to be speaking to you about our summer programs. It really is an exciting time to be a student right now. And tonight we are just highlighting a few of the amazing programs that are on our website at teenlife.com. For those of you that are watching live, I encourage you to ask questions to all of the presenters in the Q&A option in the Zoom. This is your opportunity to speak with those individuals that know these programs best. If you have a specific question, I can pretty much guarantee somebody else has the same question. So don't hesitate, please feel free. Jump in, ask the question, and the presenters will type back and interact with you. I'm also going to put a reader response form in the chat, and you can request to get information from any and all of the programs that are here with us this evening. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Our first presenter is from Teach Me Wall Street. We have Annaline Dinkelman with us here this evening. Hi, Annaline. Thanks for being here with us. Fantastic. Well, I am going to give the floor to you, and you can let us know all about Teach Me Wall Street and your summer opportunities.
Reagan, thank you very much, and thanks for hosting. So hello, everyone, and thank you very much for being here live. So our program is all about Wall Street, the stock market, and we teach students all the things that I wish I learned when I was in high school, all money related. So the students that participate in our programs are not just American, they are from around the world. In our programs, we've had students from Asia, from Europe, a few from South America, and this year in our registrations, we have the same nice mix from students around the world. So it makes our class very interesting because you learn about other countries, sometimes tidbits that you didn't know. So the students participate in our programs because they are interested in the stock market and they're interested to invest their money. Many of our students may have a custodial account, and the parents want to prepare the students to take this account over once they turn 18 to 21, depending where you live. We also have many students that are thinking about careers on Wall Street, so they are doing some career exploration when they participate in our program. And then many students are looking for extracurricular activities because they know in the future when we head to college, we need to have a standout project, interesting activities, so they participate in our program. Many of our students are interested in becoming doctors or dentists in the future, but they know we will also need to manage our own money, and they want to show I'm a well-rounded student. So our Wall Street investing and trading program is a 2-part program. The first week, we focus on Wall Street 101, lay the foundation, and in the second week, we talk about investing and buying stocks. So in week 1, we cover all the different Wall Street players. We focus on how does the stock market work? What do the different players do? We also focus on what are the things that you can buy. Stocks, bonds. This year we have crypto because the regulations around crypto have changed over the past year. ETFs, things that you can buy that will hopefully grow your money over time. And we also talk about different careers on Wall Street. I used to work on Wall Street And since I've worked on Wall Street, thanks to technology, many different new careers exist. And some of those careers exist because of change in the laws to accommodate the new technology. In our second week, we talk about investing. Now we are looking to buy stock. Which is a good company to buy? When should you buy it? And very important when you invest, be on the lookout for fraud and scams. When you work with money, there are always many people trying to make a quick buck, and you've got to watch out for those. When you invest, you have a group of stocks called your portfolio. And the most fun part of this for our students is when we place real-time trades. So our programs are each a week long, and we repeat them in June, July, and August. You also see I have a third program called Budgeting and Beyond. So many of our students take all 3 the weeks. And in the Budgeting and Beyond, we talk about how your future job will impact your future income. So when you head into college, make sure that you know you're studying something that will give you the lifestyle you would like in the future. We teach our students how to create a budget, what to look out for credit cards, what are the financial pitfalls to avoid, and then to save for the future now and once you start to work. So our program is in the 3 parts: Wall Street, investing, and the budgeting. Our programs are twice a day, 10 a.m. Eastern and 1 p.m. Eastern. So for many of our students on the West Coast, this is 10 a.m. Pacific time. Students can alternate. They can choose to come to the later or the earlier class. And many of our students have student jobs, or they're in sports programs or other programs. So I find many of our students in California come to the 10 a.m. New York class, which is 7 a.m. in California time. And these students are all dressed up and ready to go at 7 a.m. When I tell that to people, they cannot believe that students are that dedicated. If you cannot attend a class, we will share the Zoom recording of the class. And here is our contact information. So if you have any questions, please ask. I'm going to remain here after I'm done.
Fantastic. Thanks, Annaline. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here and sharing about those summer programs for students and learning about investing. It's never too early. I think that's fantastic. So moving on, we have our next program. We have Angie Roberts. Hi, Angie. How are you?
I'm well. How are you? Thank you, Reagan.
I'm doing great. Thank you. Angie is with Breakwater Expeditions, and she is going to share now all about the opportunities for students this summer with Breakwater. Floor is yours.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Let's see. Let's get started here. Okay. You guys should be viewing already, correct? Okay. Share.
Yes, we see your screen.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for confirmation.
Yep.
All right, let's get going here. I'm going to speak very fast. So I am Angie Roberts, owner and program director of Breakwater Expeditions. We offer 3 adventure trips in the summer. You can choose 1, 2, or 3 of them, depending on how long you would like to adventure. These are expeditions, and we are camping in the wild. The first trip is River and Rocks. It is in Utah. It is a canoe expedition, and it's followed by canyoneering in Utah outside of Moab. The trip starts and ends at the airport in Salt Lake City. This is also a 10-day trip. The second trip is Boots and Paddle. It's our longest trip, Yellowstone National Park, backpacking for 5 days, and then a canoe expedition on the Missouri River, which is the Lewis and Clark section. So a lot of historical landmarks on this area. And then we do a 1-day whitewater rafting for the conclusion of this trip. It starts in Bozeman, Montana, and ends in Missoula, Montana, again at the airports. And our third trip is the shortest trip. It's sea kayaking, ocean adventure. This starts and ends in the SeaTac Airport, Seattle, Washington, and the San Juan Islands. So all of these, like I said, can be joined together. I think it's a total with transition 33 or 34 days. That is the extent if you join all three of them. So let's see here. So next up, how we're different from other outdoor programs. Well, first off, our guides are magical and lovely. They're the special sauce in all of this. They are medically trained, skilled outdoor guides. We choose to hire guides that are experienced with working with young people with mental health, all the things that kids are dealing with these days, because I don't think that goes without saying that it's pretty common right now to find that. So social work, wilderness therapy, experiential education, and all of our guides really love working with young people and really helping them become the adults that they want to be. Our program, as I've mentioned the word before, expedition, that is a journey into the unknown. And all of our kids show up, strangers, to this unknown journey into the remote wilderness. And it's wild and kind of scary. And they come together in figuring out how to adapt to this new adventure. So the expedition life really leads to honing in on a lot of their skills. The shared experience really connects people very quickly. And we have graduated challenges throughout all the trips so that they can start learning in the beginning and then kind of having hands off so that the students can really grow into the things that they love the most. And every kid is different, so it looks different each time. We are unplugged and disconnected from devices, so it's a detox. We empower the groups, and it's a strength-based program. In other words, we're looking to find the strengths of the student to enhance them, to build their confidence up, really allow them to step into the things that they are great at. And the results that we see based on all of this programming that we do within our trips is the outdoor skills, communication, conflict resolution, teamwork, self-care and organization, which isn't talked about too often, but it takes a lot of work to be outdoors and to learn how to take care of yourself and to organize your stuff. The digital detox is often very much needed in our everyone's lives these days. We have kids that come out with increased resilience, boosted confidence, new friends. I love the firsts. First time they see a bison, first time they see we saw a bear once and baby cubs from the road. So there's lots of firsts, traveling alone, and just that heightened sense of awareness that kids get from knowing like where they're at in their world, their present world. So the fun stuff, I know you're wondering what this looks like. This is the River and Rocks trip. This is the Green River in Utah, Labyrinth Canyon. All of our trips are for beginners, no experience needed on any of this. Flat water, it's absolutely beautiful. And then we have canyoneering. And then we have the Boots and Paddle, which Yellowstone National Park is absolutely gorgeous. That's where the bison are. And we follow it up with that Missouri River. And then lastly is the San Juan's kayaking trip. And that is a really beautiful paddling destination. And we our shortest trip. So if any kids are nervous about going away for too long, this would be a great one. That was a lot of information to fly through. I know I'm over time, and thank you all for listening and being here tonight. Please let me know if you have questions.
Thanks, Angie, so much. Wow, you were right. That was a lot of information, but you know what? It was fantastic. I love the idea of students experiencing a lot of firsts. The moose, the bear cubs. Wow.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. Those pictures look breathtaking as well. So those of you, again, that are here with us live, please feel free, ask Angie, Annaline, or any of the other presenters that are here tonight. If you have any questions for them about specifics, something that they haven't covered in their presentation, they are happy to answer any of those questions. So moving on, we've got our next presenter. He is Eric Centofonte. Eric is with EF Language Campuses, EF International Language Campuses. Sorry about that, Eric. I was all worried about your last name.
Oh, that's all right.
Eric, thank you so much for being here this evening. And I'm just going to pass the floor over to you so that you can tell us all about your opportunities for students.
Yeah, thank you, Reagan. Thank you for everyone that have joined already. Very excited to be talking to you today. I'm here representing EF International Language Campuses today. So let me tell you a little bit about our program. First of all, it's important to ask, why should you give me this attention that you're giving me right now? Why should you study with EF, right? Well, EF is the biggest international education company that there is out there. We have been doing international programs for over 55 years. We're actually closing in on 60 years of experience right now. We were founded in 1965 in Sweden, and this gives us some perks that are tough to find out there, right? One of them being 24/7 support, both abroad in the country that you're going to be studying in and also in the United States. We teach with a method that we have called the EF method, which is a method we have developed over our years of experience with Harvard and Stanford. And today, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the program, but it's the fastest way to learn a language that there is in the world today. And that has a lot to do with experiential learning, not only sitting in the class all day or for all your classes. You're going to go outside the class and actually apply everything that you learn in the classes in your day to day outside the class to really make sure that you are profiting from living abroad. Of course, we guarantee your progress in a foreign language. You're going to leave the program with a higher level than the one that you had when you came in. We have an international community. We have over 25, maybe even 30 nationalities on our campuses at once. So it's a big international community, and we are very flexible and customizable. Our programs are really made to bend around your needs, and we can definitely personalize the program according to you. Now, what is EF Language Campuses, right? This is the program of EF for people that want to travel abroad, live abroad, and learn a different language. So you'd be having daily classes in a foreign country, classes all given by by native speakers in the language, and you'd go to an EF owned and operated school. So all the schools that we offer are owned and operated by EF. So you would be having those classes, and then outside classes, we'd organize activities and excursions for you to be immersed in the culture of the country as well as in the language. A little bit about academics. Our class sizes are generally small, average 12 to 15 students. All classes are taught in the native language. It's 100% immersive. You will not hear English in one of those classes. As I said, we utilize the EF method in all of our books, materials, and in the teachings of all our teachers. And we also guarantee your progress in the language. We say that you jump one language level every 4 to 6 weeks during the program. You can also get college credit with these programs. Every 6 weeks abroad is roughly worth a semester's of college credit. College credit is issued by the University of Montana, which we have a partnership with. And then outside of classes, which is also a very important part of the program, you have plenty of activities to do to be immersed in the culture as well, right? So depending on where you would go and which language you'd be learning, the activities are different, but all of them will have something to do with museum visits, walking tours, city tours, this during the week when you have classes. And over the weekend, when you do not have any classes, then we encourage you to take EF excursions, which are trips that are going to take you out of the city that you are living in and take you to the countryside of the foreign country for you to get to know more aspects of the culture over there. This is what an EF schedule usually looks like. Everything that is in blue here are classes. Everything that is in green are either free time or activities. And you see the excursions over the weekend. When it comes to housing, you have three options at an EF program. You can either stay with a host family, which is the authentic immersive experience, stay in a family of locals in a foreign country. You learn the language faster. You'll be practicing the language faster with them over there. If you want a little bit more privacy, then we have student residences in the foreign countries. It's a building that EF owns, and it's a mix between a dorm, hotel room, and apartment option. There's EF staff on site for it, of course. And also you can live on campus. This is only available in Malaga and Costa Rica, but it's the most convenient option. You can live in the dorms inside the EF campus itself. No need to commute for classes. Now, who is this program for? It's really for anyone. All of our programs are for people aged 16 and up, but the main demographic on campus is late teens and early 20s, usually 18 to 22, 17 to 21. That's the main demographic that you will see at an EF campus. And we also have special programs for kids aged 13 to 15 during the summer. There's also no language level requirement, so you can be a complete beginner in the language that we'll be able to take you. And when do we host these programs? They are run year round. It's completely flexible. We have one start date in every single Monday of the year. And when it comes to the course length, you can choose anything from 2 weeks up until 52 weeks, which is a whole year. So it's super, super flexible in that sense. Now let's talk about the campus locations. We have 11 locations around the world, one in Central America, which is in EF Costa Rica for Spanish. Then in Europe, we have 2 locations in France, Paris and Nice, 2 locations in Spain, Barcelona and Malaga, 2 in Germany, Berlin and Munich, and 1 in Italy, in Rome. Then for our Asian locations, we have Mandarin in Singapore. We teach Mandarin over there. We teach Japanese in Tokyo, and we teach Korean in Seoul. When it comes to safety, safety is our #1 priority, of course. Our schools are all fully staffed and owned and operated by us. You'll also have access to a 24/7 emergency phone line, both abroad and in the United States, that you can use, and students under 18 must respect the curfew. To get started, just schedule a call with a study abroad advisor, texting or calling this number that is on the screen. Discuss your travel and language goals with us, customize your program, choose your destination, start date, and course length. And enrollment is done over the phone, super quick, super easy, where you can complete the down deposit and get access to everything that you need to plan for your trip. Thank you guys for listening. If you have any questions, I'll stick around. You can put them in the chat. Great talking to you. And yeah, thanks, Reagan.
Thank you so much, Eric. Wow. Again, I've seen this presentation before, and every time I'm enthralled by the pictures. So and opportunities that we have here tonight. I love the fact that everyone is so unique, and whatever your interest is, I feel like there are programs out there for your students for an opportunity to grow, learn more about themselves, no matter what they're interested in. And tonight's first 3 presenters are a perfect example of different opportunities. So Eric, again, thanks for being here. We're going to move on to our next presenter. We have Patty Hester. Hi, Patty, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you for having us.
Thanks so much for being here. We're excited. Patty is with NSLC, and she is going to give us a little overview of what you have available for students this summer. So Patty, the floor is yours.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Let me just get my screen shared for everybody. Thank you to Reagan and to TeenLife for having us here. NSLC is so happy to join these, myself included. So let's go ahead and get started. So I work for NSLC, or the National Student Leadership Conference, and what we are is we're an organization that runs academic leadership conferences for high school students during the summer. We do have a few programs for middle school, but just based on who we're talking to tonight, I'll go ahead and focus on our high school programs. So we've been around since 1989. We are at 12 campuses across the US, and then we also have 1 in Canada this year. So everywhere from UCLA and Berkeley to Columbia, Georgetown, Duke, American University. So really spanning across the country. We have students from all 50 states and over 70 countries every summer. And we have 30 career areas for students to focus on while you're with us. Our programs are 6, 9, or 18 days. The majority of them are 9 days, so that's what I like to focus on. I will show a slide with all of our programs, and I'll highlight the ones that are a little bit different. But before I talk too much, I'm going to go ahead and share a video of recent alumni speaking about their experience at the NSLC.
The NSLC organization is magical. Getting the students to leave the confines of their home, it really gets them comfortable for what's ahead when they step onto a major university.
Everyone who's of high school age is filled with doubt, and when you come to NSLC, you can replace that uncertainty and that doubt with some good, solid information.
NSLC changed the way I look at life.
I thought I wasn't smart enough. I thought that there wasn't going to be people who looked like me.
It's a completely different environment. It reinforced the idea that I do want to do this rather than just going into college and having to switch my major.
The simulation I definitely would not have done in high school.
Having that hands-on experience with people that are as engaged as I am is super rewarding. So many opportunities that you're given to truly know if that's the career path you want to follow.
I've met so many like-minded individuals. People from all over the world with so many different experiences.
Having to sleep in a dorm, not to be with your parents.
And just finding friends who really care about me.
Growing as a person, not only as a student.
The faculty, the people who are teaching these lectures are just brilliant minds.
It's so helpful in realizing what steps it takes to really be successful.
All right, what I love about that video is, one, they can talk about it better than I can, and two, it really shows so many of our programs and campuses. So let's talk about why you would attend the NSLC. We like to look at this in 3 ways. So the first is to explore that potential career or academic area. So in addition to working for NSLC, I was actually a student of NSLC myself 20 years ago when I was a sophomore in high school. I grew up in San Diego and I attended our program on international diplomacy at American University, and it completely changed my trajectory. Like many kids in San Diego, I was just sure I was going to be a marine biologist, but I saw our programs and I was really interested in international politics, travel. I love the news, so I did that program. Getting to go on field trips, meet and hear from guest speakers, go to the State Department, the United Nations, meet and hear from ambassadors, really opened my eyes to everything in that field. Getting to do simulations, a security council, to really explore all the different areas with international diplomacy changed my trajectory, and I ended up studying that instead of marine biology. So I can say that my 9 days with NSLC was greatly impacted by that first area, exploring the potential career or academic area. The next is that pre-college experience. So all of our programs are required residential. So no matter which program you go to, no matter which campus you go to for that program, you're going to be staying in the dorms. So you heard some of the students in that video talking about it, but you're going to stay in the dorms, have a random roommate from within the program, eat in the cafeteria, have your classes, spend time on that campus. Even if it might not be where you want to attend for your 4 years, it's still a great way to experience life on a U.S. university campus. The next, we are the National Student Leadership Conference, so all of our programs have a leadership component. So you're going to develop your leadership skills while you're with us. So whether you're doing fashion management or biotechnology, you're going to be doing leadership sessions throughout your 9 days. And these are going to be skills that you can take back with you into school now, but you can also take them forward into any field you go into. So whether, let's say I had come to this program and decided marine biology was for me, those leadership skills from the International Diplomacy Program would have been things I could take back into that field as well. The last one there, a little corny, make lifelong friends, but it is true. I did this program in 2003, before cell phones, before social media, I know, and I am still friends with people from my group today, so it's even easier than before, and it's really amazing to have friends from all over the country and all over the world. Here is a look at all of our programs, and so you can see that there are different links, different programs from business, government, STEM, leadership, art and design. On this page, you can see a lot of our campuses for this year. These are our 2023 locations. We've added just one more, the one in Canada, for this year. Otherwise, it looks pretty similar. And at all of these campuses, you are also getting to do fun field trips and getting to explore a little bit of that city that you're in. All right, and then the last thing, we'll leave it on this page just while we wrap up, is To attend, students need a 3.0 GPA or higher and demonstrated leadership potential. We can see that through one of a few ways. So you can be invited to attend our programs based on a combination of your test scores and grades. You can be nominated or find us through something like TeenLife, and then you'll self-report your grades when you enroll online. And then you can also be nominated by an educator at your school. You'll do everything online. You can see our website on some of these pages, and I believe it would be in that form if you request information as well. But we hope to see you this summer. Our programs are in June, July, and August, so if you're interested, please take a look soon. But thank you all for joining, and thank you again, TeenLife, for having us.
Thanks, Patty. So great to have you guys here. And I love the little nugget you said about remaining in touch with people prior to cell phones and things like that. But I think that's a true testament to your programs. If you've attended and now you are a part of the NSLC. So that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Thank you again for being here. So moving right along with tonight's programming, we have Catherine. Catherine Dayton is with Visions Service Adventures. Hi, Catherine. How are you?
Hi there. Sorry, 1 second delayed. There
Nope.
we go.
Nope, that's fine. That's fine. I was getting a little nervous. I was like, oh no.
I should know where the buttons are after all these years on Zoom. Nice to see everybody. Thank you, Reagan. Thanks everyone for being here.
Absolutely. The floor is going to be yours. I can't
Hey.
wait to hear more about your opportunities.
Okay, Reagan, speak up if my screen doesn't share, but
I will.
that I am in business.
You are screen sharing. We can see it.
Wonderful.
Fabulous.
Well, my name is Catherine Dayton. I am with Visions Service Adventures. Our name kind of speaks for itself in terms of adventures and service, but I'm going to give you some more information. These are our 4 program locations, the places that you can go with Visions: Peru, the Dominican Republic, the British Virgin Islands, and the Montana Blackfeet Indian Reservation. Visions has been running programs for teenagers for 35 years. And what's even more special than that, in my mind, is that we have been working in these communities for a long time, 32 years in Montana, the DR and BVI, 26 in Peru. So what that means for teenagers who attend is that you are welcome like an old friend. Visions is not a teen tour type model. You're settling into this community and really being part of things. Are you the right fit? There is no single box that everybody is fitting into for Visions programs, but some of the common threads that we see are students who want to make a difference, who are also ready to be part of community and build community. We do that in ways that really last, give you tools that last well beyond the program. And then also, do you want to have fun in another culture and really engage? So regardless of the location that you choose with Visions, there are 4 consistent pillars to our programs: the cooperative service, the cultural immersion, adventurous exploration, and the community building. And then they just play out a little bit differently. And this is how you kind of choose which location you want to go on. In terms of the service work, in the BVI in Montana, you will be learning from carpenters how to do carpentry projects and power tools, hand tools, small and large projects. In the Dominican Republic and Peru, we build using masonry. And one example of how robust the projects are is that there are more than 3,500 Dominican children who are able to go to school because of the schools that our kids have built over the years with our local partners. These are kids in neighborhoods where there are no schools or the schools are filled to capacity. So you're really part of a legacy, and the work that you're doing is our way of thanking the community for sharing their lives with us, but you're also leaving a real gift. We also do environmental projects and animal welfare. We help with spay and neuter clinics. We foster puppies on our Montana program, do water conservation in Peru. The list goes on. and social service with children. So regardless of the location you go on with Visions, you will get to choose your work site each day that we work. And we typically have 3 or 4 projects going at a time. You might really prefer doing the social service, and that's where you go back to more days than the others, or you might prefer carpentry. Inevitably, you'll end up mixing it up and doing a bit of everything. And then cultural immersion is the second ingredient. This really goes part and parcel with the service. One would not exist without the other. And that's because our local partners are choosing projects. They're at the work sites with you, and the culture and the service really kind of play out together. You will leave a Visions program oftentimes with equally close friends from the community as your friends from the program. We're living right in the heart of local neighborhoods, and you're getting to experience some pretty cool things. Okay, so the third ingredient of any Visions program is the adventurous exploration. And this really depends on where you go. In Montana, we do some hiking. We do an overnight camping trip. We have weekend excursions and then also afternoon outings. We typically end the workday by about 2, and afternoons are a blend of cultural and recreation activities, whereas the weekends are for bigger travel. In Peru, we go to Machu Picchu, we go horseback riding. In Montana, hit the beach in the BVI and British Virgin Islands, many, many options. And if you're on our website and looking at any of the program locations, you can drill into the itineraries to read more. Oops, I just missed a slide, but the fourth pillar is community building. And this is, of course, with the host community where we're living, but it's also the group of kids and leaders who come on the program. There is a big emphasis on an inclusive and healthy group dynamic. Most Visions participants attend by themselves. We don't allow groups of friends to attend together. No more than 2 kids can go on the same program. That's together. That's how much we believe in really making sure that you're part of an inclusive and healthy group dynamic. So stepping back, what do all of these pillars and activities mean? What do you take away from the experience? And there are a number of things, but of course, gratitude and empathy, what it's like to walk in somebody else's shoes. This picture's in the British Virgin Islands, one of our participants working with a community member for building a classroom. And what better way of learning about somebody else's life than to work on projects together. Also, being part of a team, life skills, you will choose your work site 4 days a week, and 1 day a week you'll be on home base crew, which is a really fun day in the life day. You'll help make breakfast and lunch. We have cooks, professional cooks who make our dinners, but when you're on home base crew, you also run errands, and go to local markets to buy food for our next meals. But these are additional life skills beyond what you're learning from everything else on the program, and just what it's like to be part of a team. Being present. There's so much written and spoken about this these days, and I think we all understand why it's becoming so important, just to be able to be present, be there with your group, look everybody in the eye. We're tech free, and I think that really means some freedom. We do post social media updates for parents a few times a week that the leaders do, but for kids, you get to be tech free, and it's terrific. Also, another takeaway of Visions programs is working on your communication skills. Even if you're going to an English speaking program like Montana or the BVI, you're going to be working on your communication skills, because we have group meetings a few times a week where we reflect on the volunteer and cultural experience. But you can also take that to the next level in the Dominican Republic or Peru and work on your Spanish skills if you want to choose one of those two programs. Okay, another takeaway. You will be digging deep sometimes and building grit and building determination. We have big goals to achieve together, and sometimes that's hard work during the day. We certainly balance it with a lot of play, but the work, I should mention, is fun. This is, you're engaged, you're learning new skills. And through this, I think something that we see is developing a real belief in yourself. Okay, finally.
Catherine, we're gonna have to, we're pressed for time here. You maybe want to show how students can apply. That would be great.
Great. Sorry, Reagan, I didn't see you come onto the screen. So thank you for that was my last slide.
Perfect.
And here's our website. Thank you, everybody.
Fantastic. Thank you, Catherine. Appreciate it. I know it's always interesting managing the time. So we really appreciate you being here and showing us the amazing opportunities. Really sounds like some fantastic opportunities for students to have this summer with visions. So we have one final presenter. Last but not least, we're super excited that Brianne Delegati is here with us. Bree is with SUNY. I'm going to try that again. Stony Brook University pre-college summer programs. Hi, Bree. How are you?
Hi, I'm good, Reagan. How are you?
Doing great. Thanks so much. Thanks for being so patient and waiting all the way to the end. We are super excited to hear all about your summer program. So the floor is yours.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And thank you to everyone who's joined us tonight. I'll go ahead and share my screen.
Great.
Okay, so we are the Stony Brook University pre-college summer program. Again, my name's Brianne Delegati, and I am the director of the program. So I want to give a little bit of background about Stony Brook University. We are the #1 public university in New York, and while we are renowned for our science and medical programs, we also have an accredited business school and a college of communications and journalism. We have state-of-the-art studios right on our campus, and we've been noted to be the top 10 most diverse colleges in the nation. As you can see from the map, we are about 60 miles east of New York City on the northern shore of Long Island, which puts us about 3 miles from the closest beach. We have a beautiful campus, and it includes a 26-acre nature preserve and a commuter rail station that brings folks from the LIRR right to our campus. So our program, it's our inaugural program year, and it's a 1-week residential program that encompasses non-credit, hands-on learning, academic, college readiness, social programming. We really want to give participants in this program the wraparound college experience. We've created an immersive program to give participants a taste of college life. They're going to be living on campus, socializing on campus, taking a deeper dive into the academic area of interest that they enroll in. They'll also have the opportunity to make lifelong friendships with like-minded peers. And we're going to talk a little bit later about this, but there's some college readiness programming that we've incorporated into our program as well. One of the biggest benefits, I think, to our program is getting to interact and develop rapport with our Stony Brook University faculty, whom are fabulous. Our program has 3 1-week sessions that begin on July 7th, 14th, and 21st. These are non-credit courses that we're offering. They are led by Stony Brook University faculty, taught in well-equipped labs and classrooms. They encompass hands-on learning activities in every course. They span the likes of many different subjects, as you can see here on the screen, but they primarily revolve right now around science, environmental, the health professions. And the best part about this is there's no tests, no textbooks. These hands-on learning experiences are the opportunity for students to explore whether or not this area of study is right for them and whether they'd like to further their interest when they get into college. So this program, as I said, is a residential program, which includes housing for the week as well as dining. Our housing is a suite style housing. It's easy for social interaction, does come with air conditioning because the summer months on Long Island do get pretty warm. And our dining is, think of it like a food court style dine-in facility. There's several different areas where you can grab food. We have a grill, pizza, pasta, salad. So whether you're into having a salad at every meal or you want to switch it up and try some New York pizza, totally up to you. As I mentioned earlier, we have some college readiness workshops where we'll have some experts who would be speaking to the group about things like how to pay for college, how to find academic resources, how you can get involved in campus and campus life, and how you can stay healthy your first year on the campus. We also have a social component. We're going to have fun activities after dinner every night. Things like outdoor movie nights, recreational sports activities, games and trivia, and more fun things to be announced. Here on the screen, you can see an example of our schedule. So in the green, you'll see that's times where we have allotted for meals. The blue is when we'll have our academic programming. That yellow block you'll see is where we'll do some of our collegiate programming and our prep. And at night, we'll have our social programming, which is the purple. If you're ready to join us, here's what you need to know. Our program cost is $2,200, and it is, as I mentioned, all inclusive of room and board. We do have our early bird registration deadline that is approaching. It's this Friday, the 15th. So if you are interested, there's a $100 discount if you apply for the program by the 15th. And our last day to apply is May 15th. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out in the chat. You can also email me here at precollegesummer@stonybrook.edu. And with that, Reagan, I'll turn it back over to you. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thanks, Bree, so much. Looks like a great opportunity. I love the schedule. It's always nice, especially as a parent, seeing what our students are going to be doing. And it looks like there is a lot of fun activities. So that concludes all of our presenters for tonight's event. Again, everyone that is still on the call, if you have any questions for any of the presenters that are here with us, please, we're going to stay on for a few more minutes. Ask away. They want to help. And you just type into the Q&A portion of the Zoom. I would love for all of our presenters to come back on screen. This is kind of my opportunity to ask some fun little questions to our individual presenters. Since we have such a variety of different opportunities tonight, I'm going to start with you, Annaline. I'm just really curious. I love the idea of students investing and getting involved in that. Do students have to have any experience prior to joining your program? No. Oh, you're on mute. We can't hear you.
No, they don't need any experience. So our best students are the ones that try to figure out, and they go to YouTube, and there are so many videos, they're confused. So they come to us to learn.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much. And then this question actually can go for both of Vision and Angie, for Catherine and Angie and your programs. Within your programs, do you guys see a lot of your students either returning to be counselors or guides, or can students do the program more than once? Angie or Catherine, either one of you.
Sure, yeah. Yep, we get a lot of repeat students. We get a lot of younger siblings who attend once it's their turn. And then we have, I think, one leader per each team this season who is an alumni of having done the program when they were younger. So lots of opportunities. I would say there's, definitely a family feel of people continuing to be in touch.
Awesome. Awesome. Angie, what about you? Do you guys do have former students that are now counselors?
Not that our counselors, we really, our program is remote wilderness. So it takes a lot of years for young people to gain that training. I do believe they will do that, some of them one day, but I have taken a few 18-year-olds or 19-year-olds that have been on previous trip and given them leadership roles. And that's just where we get to customize our programming for whatever families would like to see the kids work on. It's either the families or the kids themselves want to like really hone in on some skills. But we get a lot of students that repeat year for year. And also they'll either do one trip and then the next year they want to do a different one. Or I have students sign up for all 3 trips or 2 of the trips back to back.
That is fantastic. So cool. So cool. I actually thought of that question when Patty was talking about how she was a student. So, and now, Patty, I have a question for you in regards, you know, and this will go for you actually as well, Bree, being on a college campus. I have teenagers. I know that food is important. What do you hear from your students? Do they enjoy campus dining? Do they have an opportunity to potentially eat off campus? You know where I'm going at.
Definitely. So I am 36 and spend my summers on a college campus, and food is important to me. So this question also speaks to me. American University, where I am now, is my 12th campus with an SLC, and I can say that all of them are very typical university dining experiences, which means you have a lot of options. And since I was in college, it gets better every year. It also is allergy friendly, dietary friendly. Most campuses are nut free. There's usually 1 or 2 meals though, where we recommend bringing spending money. You can eat on your own, like when we go to Times Square, to Fisherman's Wharf, things like that.
Great, great. That's good to know. Bree, what about you? What are you hearing from your students in the food situation?
Yeah, it's funny. I've been at the university for a couple of years now, and I think the dining component is one of those pieces that, as Patty said, just keeps getting better and better every year. You know, the traditional Starbucks, Dunkin', things like that are always on the campus, but just the food itself, being on a college campus and working there and seeing that you don't just have to get pizza and chicken fingers, that they have Thai stations and they have all different foods from all different cultures, and they kind of switch them out pretty frequently. And it's nice to see that they stay there over the summer as well. So I think it's a really neat idea to make sure that everybody's getting taken care of and able to try new things.
That is great. That is great. Well, thank you guys for staying on. I don't think anyone else popped in any more questions. You know, I think tonight is a great example of the fact that our kids have an opportunity, whether they want to travel, whether they want to explore career opportunities, leadership, language, outdoors. There are so many awesome opportunities out there for our kids to grow and find out who and what they want to be. So I thank you guys for having your programs and for being here with us this evening. For those of you on with us live, again, please make sure that you fill out that reader response form that I put in the chat so that you can hear directly from our programs that are with us tonight. On behalf of us at TeenLife, we thank you all, the parents, the students, and educators who were here with us, but also you presenters who took the time to show why your programs are so special and so unique. So again, thanks for being here. Hope you all have a wonderful and exciting summer, and hope all of your programs fill up. So if you students are interested, reach out and get your applications in. So thank you guys for being here. Have a great evening. Bye.